Remember when you could slip your friend a 20 for pizza and the government was none the wiser? Those days are gone, my friends. It's 2025 and the IRS is watching your every penny. Forget about shady offshore accounts. They're tracking your Venmo transactions now. We're talking about a whole new level of financial surveillance. The government wants to know how every dollar you earn and spend is accounted for. And they've got the tools to do it. This isn't about catching tax cheats anymore. It's about control. It's about making sure you know who's really in charge of your money. So buckle up, Buttercup. Things are about to get real. Let's start with the obvious bank transfers. You know, those things you use to pay your rent or send money to your broke cousin. Yeah, the IRS sees those too. Anything over $10,000, red flag. They're on it like white on rice. Now you might be thinking, Hassan, I'm not a drug lord, I don't make that kind of money. But here's the kicker, it's not just about how much you transfer at once. It's about the total amount. So if you're moving money around to avoid triggering that $10,000 limit, guess what? They're tracking that too. The IRS calls it structuring, and it's a big no-no. Think you're slick using Zelle to split the dinner bill with your friends? Think again. Zelle might seem like this innocent little app, but it's got a dark side. Any transaction over $600 reported to the IRS? That's right, folks. Your late-night taco runs are now part of the government's financial dossier on you. And it's not just Zelle. We're talking Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, the whole shebang. If you're using a third-party payment app, the IRS knows about it. So next time you're tempted to send that happy birthday cash to your buddy, maybe just bake him a cake instead. So, you've got a little side hustle going on. Maybe you're driving for Uber, selling crafts on Etsy, or offering freelance coding services. Good for you. But don't think for a second that the IRS isn't watching. Enter the 1099K form. This little gem is how the IRS tracks income earned through third-party payment networks. And you guessed it, that $600 threshold applies here too. So whether you're a gig economy warrior or just trying to make a little extra cash on the side, the IRS wants its cut, and they're coming for it. Section 5. Uncle Sam goes digital, the executive order shaking things up. Remember that whole cashless society thing everyone was talking about a few years back? Well, it's here. The idea of a world where physical money is obsolete and everything is done electronically seemed like a distant future. But now, it's our reality. From buying groceries to paying your rent, everything can be done with just a few taps on your smartphone, and it's courtesy of none other than the US government. They've been pushing for this transition for years, and now, it's finally happening. The shift to a digital economy is not just a trend, it's a strategic move by the government to streamline financial transactions and increase efficiency. Back in 2024, a little executive order was signed mandating that all federal payments go digital. This means that any money coming from or going to the federal government must be processed electronically. No exceptions, no more paper checks, no more cash, everything electronic. This move was aimed at reducing the costs associated with printing and handling paper money, as well as minimizing the risk of theft and fraud. Now on the surface, this might seem like a good thing. Less paper waste, faster transactions, blah blah blah. But there's more to it than meets the eye. While the benefits are clear, there are also significant concerns that need to be addressed. But let's be real, folks. This is about control. By digitizing all financial transactions, the government gains a level of oversight that was previously unimaginable. They can monitor every single transaction, no matter how small. By going digital, the government gains unprecedented access to our financial transactions. This means they can track our spending habits, analyze our financial behavior, and even predict our future transactions. They know where our money is coming from, where it's going, and how much we're spending. This level of surveillance raises serious privacy concerns, and how much we're spending. While the convenience of digital payments is undeniable, we must also consider the implications of giving the government this much control over our financial lives. It's a double-edged sword that we need to navigate carefully. Section 6. Doge eats your data. Elon Musk enters the chat. As if things couldn't get any weirder, Elon Musk had to go and stick his nose into the mix. The man who revolutionized electric cars, space travel, and even dabbled in brain-computer interfaces is now turning his attention to the IRS. That's right, the Doge father himself, with his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, has been sniffing around the IRS, trying to get his hands on your data. It's almost like a plot twist in a sci-fi movie, but this is real life. Now, before you panic, Doge's access is supposedly limited to anonymized, read-only data. But come on folks, we all know how these things can go. Anonymized data today, full access tomorrow. We're talking about Elon Musk here. The man has a knack for turning the impossible into reality. The guy who put a car in space. If he can launch a Tesla Roadster into the cosmos, who's to say he can't find a way to dig deeper into IRS data? You really think he can't figure out a way to connect the dots? With his track record, it's not a matter of if, but when. The point is, your financial data is valuable. In the wrong hands, it could be used for all sorts of things, from targeted advertising to more nefarious purposes. And everyone from the government to tech billionaires wants a piece of the pie. The stakes are high and the players are powerful. So keep your eyes open and your data secure. Section 7. Taxation without representation. America gets fired up. Unsurprisingly, this whole IRS surveillance thing hasn't gone over too well with the American public. People are pissed. They're calling it an invasion of privacy, government overreach, and everything in between. We've seen protests, lawsuits, and even a very heated exchange between a Democrat congressman and Fox News' Maria Bartiromo on live television. Let's just say it involved a lot of finger-pointing and yelling about the founding fathers. The bottom line is that Americans are fed up with being spied on. They want their privacy back, and they're not afraid to fight for it. Section 8. The AI in the sky. The future of IRS surveillance. If you thought things were bad now, just wait. The IRS is just getting started. They're investing heavily in artificial intelligence and machine learning to take their surveillance game to the next level. We're talking about algorithms that can analyze your spending habits, track your social media activity, and even predict your future income. It's like something out of Minority Report, but instead of pre-crime, it's pre-tax evasion. The future of IRS surveillance is automated, personalized, and inescapable. Big Brother is watching, and he's got a new set of eyes. Section 9. Don't get caught slipping. How to survive tax season in 2025. Tax season can be a stressful time for many, but with the right preparation and knowledge, you can navigate it smoothly and avoid any pitfalls. So, what can you do to protect yourself in this brave new world of IRS surveillance? The IRS has been ramping up its efforts to ensure compliance, and it's crucial to stay ahead of the game. First and foremost, get your financial house in order. This means organizing all your documents, receipts, and financial statements. Use financial software to keep track of your income and expenses and make sure everything is up to date. Keep meticulous records of all your income and expenses. This will not only help you during tax season, but also give you a clearer picture of your financial health throughout the year. If you're using third-party payment apps, make sure you understand the reporting requirements. These apps are convenient, but they also come with their own set of rules and regulations. Second, stay informed. Keep up to date on the latest IRS regulations and technologies. The tax code is constantly changing, and new technologies are being implemented to catch errors and fraud. Knowledge is power, people. And finally, don't be afraid to speak out. If you feel that certain regulations are unfair or overly burdensome, let your voice be heard. Let your elected officials know that you value your privacy and that you oppose government overreach. Participate in town hall meetings, write emails, and make phone calls to express your concerns. The squeaky wheel gets the grease, or in this case, maybe a little less scrutiny from the IRS. By being proactive and vocal, you can help shape the policies that affect you and ensure a smoother tax season.